Okay, so this is the article of the week for the China moon landing. And we need to make sure that we're actually doing everything that it says right here, as far as reading the article, numbering the paragraphs, so on and so forth. So, we're going to start here. Okay, the moon has a new visitor from China. The country sent a spacecraft to the moon. It landed January 3rd. What makes this trip special is where it landed. The craft reached the dark side of the moon. This is the part of the moon that faces away from Earth. Okay, go ahead and make a comment. No country has done this until now. The United States, the Soviet Union, now known as Russia, and China have all sent spaceships to the moon. However, these were all on the near side of the moon. It faces Earth. The Chinese spacecraft is called Chang'e 4. It reached the moon at 10:26 a.m. A photo was taken at 11:40 a.m. by Chang'e 4. It shows a small crater. It also shows an empty surface. A light from the spacecraft appears to be shining from the lunar explorer. Its name comes from that of a Chinese goddess. Legends say she has lived on the moon for thousands of years. So I'm going to go down here. I'm going to comment. China's growing hopes. The landing shows China's growing hopes to become a power in space. Xi Jinping is the president of China. The space dream is part of the dream to make China stronger, he said in 2013. Hao Xingan studied space at Nanjing University. Overall, he says China's space technology is still behind the United States and European countries. However, this landing has shown the country's strength. The United States is the only country that has successfully sent a person to the moon. However, China is considering doing that too. Okay, we're going to comment. For now, it plans to send another probe to the moon next year. It would return to Earth with samples. This also has not been done since 1976. The Soviet Union did it then. Not always dark. The moon's far side is not always dark. It is sometimes called the dark side because it faces away from the Earth. There is also little known about it. This part has a different makeup than the near side, where previous missions have landed. Chang'e 4 is a combined lander and rover. The spacecraft will make observations of space. It will study the moon's makeup. Okay, let's comment right here. China launched its first space mission with humans on board in 2013. It became only the third country to do so. Russia and the United States are the others. China has also put a pair of space stations in orbit. It also plans to launch a Mars rover in the 2020s. Comment. Okay, so normally I go through the questions and I show you where to find the answers and everything else, but this time, because it is a smaller article of the week, I'm going to explain the questions to you, but I want you to find the answers yourself. Just do the best you can, and we'll see if you're understanding. So, these first questions say you may answer, or answers may be in phrases. So, what is the origin of the name of China's moon landing craft? So it actually says in the article of the week that I believe, it says that it is that the name comes from something. So that would be what the origin is. Where does the name come from? Okay, number 2, what is the meaning of the word probe as used in the text? So in the text, I actually believe, we'll scroll up here. So in the text right here, it says, for now, it plans to send another probe to the moon next year. So read through that, and it just wants to know what you think the meaning probe, or what the word probe means, okay, as it's used. Okay, why does China feel like this launch was a trailblazing milestone? So why does China feel like the launch was a good thing, or a something that hasn't happened before? Like, why is it special, I guess? Why do they feel like this launch is special? Okay, try that one. Okay, number 4. These ones you need to answer each question in one or more complete sentences. So a complete sentence isn't because it did this. It would say, okay, the question is, what does China plan to accomplish from this mission? So you would need to write something that says, China plans to accomplish da-da-da-da-da, whatever you figure out, from this mission. Like, you need to have the whole sentence. Okay, and it says, explain at least 3 items you got from the text. And then after you've written your text here, then you're going to actually take those items that you found from the text and copy and paste them onto here. And remember, it says at least 3. Okay, number 5. Why is the launch so significant to China, and why would it be significant to the world? Give at least 2 reasons for each. Use evidence from the text to support your answer. So you're going to go back through the text. And why is the launch so, again, this is sort of significant, would be like special. Why is it so important to China? And why would it be important to the world? Okay, so see if you can find at least 2 reasons for each. Put in your reasoning, and then copy and paste and put what you found in the text. Okay, then number 6. It says, what are China's plans for the future, and how will they affect the world? Use evidence from the text to support your answer. So in the text, there are actually a couple statements. One says, it also plans to, and then it says what it plans to do. There's also some other keywords you can use that tell you that they want to do it in the future. Like they say they're going to do that too. So you just need to find out what their plans are. So look through the text and see what China's plans were. And then once you figure out what their plans were, you need to also put how will those plans affect the world. Okay? After you've done that, you need to remember to go back through, and you need to go through and do your paragraphs. So, or like your numbering. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay? So, you've read the article, you've numbered the paragraphs, you've made the comments, and you need to make sure to put your agree, disagree, important stuff in there, like that. And then if you're not quite sure what to put in your comments, go read through this. Notes should include Comments that show you understand the article. So a small statement that shows that you understand what we just read in that section, okay? A question, if you have a question that shows that you're wondering about something that you read. Notes that differentiate, sorry, I can't say that word, between fact and opinion, and observations about how the writer's strategies or organizational words, perspectives, support, and choices affect the article. Okay, so that's just an idea of some, like, how to figure out what you need to write. And then it says a final quick skim, noting anything that you may have missed during the first 2 reads. Okay, and then make sure you put your name and your class period. And that should be it.